Hey guys, my name is Jennifer and I am Genevieve Designs. Today we're going to continue working on the last fin in the album that we're currently working on, which is the Gingham Gardens. The Gingham Gardens by My Mind's Eye, using the Basically Amazing Foundations printable scrapbook album template. I have a playlist specifically for this album if you want to start in the beginning and it goes in order. You want to go step by step. There are 3 other fins that we've already done up to this point, and then in the very last video we did this fin with this cute little fussy cut insert pocket flip out thingy booklet and then these double doors. And we did all of this in the last video where we did the envelopes and the wax seal. And then today we're going to start here. We're going to do all of this. I've got all of this planned out today, so I feel like I'm on a roll. Well, anyway, if you want to start at the beginning, the playlist, I will link it here and down below in the description box. The templates will also be linked in the description box down below if you want to check those out. So, for the inside here, we are going to mat these pages and we're going to embellish these pages. There's a pocket. I have an insert already planned. So we're going to need, I've already prepped everything. Alright, so page on 8B is the main base page for this size album. And the mat for that is 55B. So what I've done is this was a piece that I had left over from a page before. I didn't print on it. I didn't print it out. I traced it because there was just a smaller piece left. So I traced this one out onto the pattern paper, and we're going to mat one of these sections with that. Then I also traced it out onto a piece of coffee stained paper, and we're going to line the pocket with that. And then this piece here is one of the large cutoff pieces from when we did run this sheet through the printer. I think we printed on this side. Yeah, you can kind of see it. It was from this page when we did this piece right here. I don't know if you can see it, but we printed the shades of color onto the back side. Well, anyway, so I traced this out to fit in the pocket area. So I'm not going to sew on any of these mats because, again, I'm running out of thread. And the stores did open yesterday, by the way, or Hobby Lobby did open yesterday. I haven't been out, but I did go ahead and ink everything up, ink the edges. Obviously, everything's cut out and ready to go. And I'm not going to do any like special cutting pockets or anything like that. No sewing. So we're just going to attach things down, I think. For these two, we can just use tape runner. This is the Advanced Tape Glider, and this one is by Scotch, and it is the pink tape glider. Not all tape gliders are the same. The tape refills don't fit every single tape glider out there on the market, so you have to be sure you get the kind that will work in your tape glider. I have a link down below to Tape Depot that is specifically for this pink Scotch ATG. It's a little bit cheaper than the Scotch brand, and you can get like 12 rolls of it for a pretty good price. And I've got that link specifically for this tape runner. I cannot find the tape refills from Tape Depot on Amazon. They do sell on Amazon as well, but for this exact ATG, they do not have that one on Amazon. I have not been able to find it as of yet. But there is a link to the tapedepot.com for the refill. I think it's like half the price of what you would pay for if you was to buy Scotch brand. And if you're using it for something like this, then you're going to go through some. You're going to go through some tape runner. That is for sure. All right. Okay, we're mad at that. And then for this one, I'm going to use liquid glue. I'm going to use a Fabri-Tac by Beacon. And I'm just going to put it on the sides and the top side. And the reason I'm using liquid glue for this mat is because we have to slide it underneath this pocket here. So it just makes life a little bit easier. Trying to get to the very, very, very edge without putting too much glue on there. And then I'm going to slide this in. And the reason we're going ahead and matting the whole page is because there are tabs in there that inserts and things can get caught on if you don't cover them up. And when you use something like Fabri-Tac, it gives you a lot of wiggle room so that you can move things around easily. I could probably still lift it up right now if I really wanted to. So I've already prepped how I want to mat these two pages here, and we'll get to the insert in just a second. So I've got a bunch of the add-on photo mats. I've got a 5x7 that I've already stamped, and I just inked the edges with black. So I want to mat, or I want to put a 5x7 add-on photo mat here. And then I've got some 3x4s. So I printed a page of the 3x4s, and I want to mat the pocket with those. And I think what I want to do, because I've already, like I said, I've already prepped some stuff. So this pink outer circle here, where's the other one? I cut it in half. This was in the embellishments. It was a circle, like this, right? And then this was in the center of it. The hello was like it was like a frame. It was like a circle frame. So I took the hello out, and I punched out of some coffee stained paper. I punched a scalloped circle. I also fussy cut the white edge off of that pink frame. Look how much white edge was on there, which is fine. You can ink it and it's totally fine. But I wanted to have like something that I could split in half, and it could go on the top and the bottom, right? Something like that. Just a little embellishment. So the punch out circle that was in the pattern paper was just a flower, and then this was from the 6x6 paper pad, and it kind of has this pattern. That pattern there. So I thought that would be cute, a little embellishment, and so then the picture could still slip under here and slip under there, and it would just be a cute little embellishment. And then over here, I punched out another scallop circle out of the coffee stained paper, and I punched this circle out. And then I took that center hello, and I think we're going to make like a little embellishment to go in between the two 3x4s. So it kind of, you know, makes everything cohesive. So I really like the way that looks. So I think what I need to do is I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac again on this one so that I can attach those down easily. Because they're going to have to slip up underneath there. I'm going to have it little cattywamped like this, and I'm not going to push down just yet, but I'm just going to add glue to this portion, not to the top circle. And everything's inked, of course. I'm looking in the monitor to see how that looks. Yeah. It's just a little something something. Not well, since I've got this glue out, let's just continue. Let's just use it. What do we got back here? Oh. Let's just go ahead and use it to put these down. Matter of fact, I'll put glue on both of them really quick. You can see where I stamped off the 3x4 there. Okay, so I think if we go right there, and I'm going to assemble these together. So obviously these are different size circles. There's like a 1 1/4 and a 1 3/4 or something. And the scallops, there's actually 2 different size scallops that I've been using. And this big scallop is 2 1/4 scallop. And the small scallop, which is the one I used over here, I think is a 2. It's a little bit out of my reach at the moment. It's like a 2-inch scallop. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue between the 2 3x4 add-on photo mats, and I'm just going to attach that down like that. So now it's only attached in the middle, so you could slip your photo under here and under here. And that's super simple, but I think it turned out really pretty. I think it looks really good and looks really complicated, but it's super simple. And it's very cohesive, and I like it. And we're using papers that we already have touched, already have, you know, cut on. So I like that too. We're not grabbing a new sheet. Even this coffee stain paper was over here in the paper that I'd already cut into. All right, so for the insert for this pocket, I'm just gonna make one insert, and that is going to be page 41 CD. This is a envelope insert for the C-size album. It fits into that page perfectly, but it'll be perfect for this little pocket here. So this is the part 1 of the C-size envelope. And then on page 42C is part 2. So here is the insert for that envelope, and then here's the insert for the D-sized envelope. So what I did was literally just printed this out, scored it, inked it up. I don't think we're going to be using this in today's video, but so this is part 1 ready to go, and then part 2, which is this page over here, there's the insert, and then there is the part 2. Obviously I printed this out with the patchwork background design set of templates. So we'll be putting this in the envelope. It goes inside the envelope. And then, oh, I forgot to tell you that I did trace out a mat for this page. Let me flip it page again. I've used this to trace out a mat onto my shades of color, and this one is color number, I don't know why I can't seem to remember, color number 12, I think. From my shades color, available in my Etsy shop. That's what the Etsy listing looks like. Very useful, printable, very useful. All right, so that is what we're going to put as an insert into this pocket. Super cute, but I think, whoa, I just lost a clip. Super cute, but I think it's perfect. Okay, so for the second part 2 part, for the part 2 part, I scored all 3 tabs and put tape on them, and then I tabbed the corners. I just took a little bit off of these top 2, and then I took the whole corner off of the 2 bottom pieces. So it literally just goes right on top of this page here, and that is the envelope. Okay, so let's attach it down. Go ahead and remove all the tape backing. And a little bit of the glue stick. This is a Uhu. It's just what I've been using. You don't have to use this one. It's kind of an expensive glue stick, really. But they've got, you could use cheaper ones. You can just use generic ones. It's just to give yourself a little bit of wiggle room before it actually grabs on. I mean, I keep wiggling it around so it didn't grab on right away, so that's perfect. All right, so there's what I do write in pencil when I prep things ahead of time, just so I don't get confused of what I'm doing. So this back piece is going to mat, or this pink piece is going to mat the back. I'm going to go ahead and attach that down. Like that. And then I didn't make a mat for the insert, but I'm going to go ahead and put it in here though. We could put both in here. Maybe we will go ahead and put both of those inserts in there. I mean, why not? What's it going to hurt? And I'm not going to mat them right now, but yeah. So then I forgot to grab that before I put it in my book. This is a scrap that I got out of my crafty tray, and traced it out to mat this part right here. And then I've got one of these from the embellishments. I thought that'd be fun to have that on there. So we're just going to simply just attach this down. We're not going to do any sort of magnet closure or anything like that because it's going to be tucked into a pocket. So there's really no need for that. And we're just going to mat this and so let me just show you. We're not done yet because we're going to add a few more things, but it's going to go in there like that. Right? So super cute and simple, easy. All right, so I've got some more 4x6s. There's nothing on the back. I was thinking about putting one of these right here on the front because it fits perfectly with the flap. I didn't mat the inside of the envelope, but it fits perfectly for the flap, you know, between the flap and the bottom here. Don't you think? So I think we're going to mat the front, which means I probably didn't need to print the patchwork. So if you didn't want to print out the patchwork, you don't have to, because you're covering up a lot of it when you add this photo mat, this add-on photo mat. So just going to, well, I didn't do a very good job, and it's probably too late. Yep, that's okay. I should have paid a little bit more attention, but again, I thought about adding these. I guess I could have done them this way, but I already stamped them. But that's a possibility if you wanted to do that. I'm not going to do that, but I could also add another 4x6 photo here. We could do that. Let's do that. Like that. And then we got a place for journaling and whatnot. I'm going to put those aside. And then I want to add this piece because I just think it's adorable. I think we should add it right here. Let's do that. We're going to use some liquid glue. And of course I inked it up already. All right. That is adorable. That little tab is so cute. Okay, so then this will just go right in here, just like that. I love it. I think it's cute. I think it's the perfect little insert for this type of pocket. Okay, so it was just that simple to do this little page setup, and I think it turned out fantastic. So in the next video, we're going to be working on the very last part of the pages, the very last side of the fin, the last fin. Look at how thick our book is already. Right, so we're probably going to keep that very last side of the fin simple. We might add a page in between because we have some printed off already from previous pages. And then we will maybe do something on the back cover, maybe just make a big pocket back here. And then we will finish the outside cover, right? And then the very last thing we're going to do is we're going to make in the center here, if I have enough stuff and room, we are going to add like a traveler's notebook style journal in the center here where it can be removed easily. But that'll be the last thing we do. So we are really getting to the end of this album, and I think it's turning out beautiful. It's been a little bit of a challenge because of the paper situation. There's not that many florals, which I was hoping there would be a little bit more, but there's not, and that's okay. So and this is a giant album, so we're just making things work. We are just stretching what we have, and so far so good. So far so good. All right, you guys, that is all I have for you today, and I will see you next time. Bye.